Hi again, guys. Okay, let's get into our yoga class for beginners. So we're going to start in a child's pose, just to give you a minute to ground down. So child's pose is hands out in front of you, knees either wide or together, and you're going to bring your hips back towards your feet, bring the forehead down to the ground, and just take a few breaths here. So thinking about taking the next 5 minutes for you, blocking out whatever else is going on and just starting to connect with your breathing. Okay, and then bring yourself out of that child's pose, and we're going to meet on all fours in a tabletop. So you want shoulders over your wrists here, you want hips and knees in line with each other, and we're going to take some spinal movements. So as you breathe in, you start to open through the chest, pull the shoulders back and look up. And then as you breathe out, start to round the spine. You can look towards the stomach, push the ground away, draw the stomach in. And then inhale as you round again. Exhale. Looking towards the stomach, rounding. Flowing through a few of these. Breathing in and out through the nose, taking slightly longer and deeper inhalations and exhalations. And then we're going to meet back in a neutral position. Okay, so now our body should be feeling a little bit warmer. We're going to move into our first downward facing dog. So walk the hands out in front of you. Make sure your hands are spread really, really wide because you want to engage every single finger here. Tuck the toes. And then start to lift your knees up, push your chest towards your legs. Your feet want to be about hip distance apart. And we're arriving in our downward facing dog here. So you can pedal out the feet as you start, just warming up the backs of the legs, warming up the spine. Kind of looks like you're in an upside down V position. Arms are straight, you're pushing the ground away with your hands, pushing the ground away with your feet. Maybe putting a bit of the bend in the knees if you need to. Nice long spine here. Deep breathing. Spend one more breath here. And then look beyond your hands, or look in between your hands. And the aim here is we're going to step the feet in between the hands. So stepping forward with the right foot. And then the left foot. If your feet don't meet your hands, then you can just wiggle them there, walk them forward. And take a breath in as you reach, lift up halfway. And then as you breathe out, you're going to forward fold in half again. And take a big breath in, come all the way up to standing now. Your arms are going to reach at the top. And then breathe out as you bring your hands into your heart center. So that was one sun salutation, one flow. We're going to go through it again. So standing with our feet together, hands into the chest, take a big breath in, reach the arms up. Breathe out as you forward fold all the way down. Bending at the knees if you need to. And then take a breath in as you lift up halfway. So spine is really reaching forward here. Breath out as you bring the hands back down to the ground, bending the knees if you need to, and then we're going to step back. So first with the right leg, then with the left leg, so stepping back into a plank position. We want shoulders over the wrists here. We're going to drop onto the knees. Keep the elbows tucked into the side of the body as you lower yourself down to the ground. So lowering the chest down, all the way down, making sure those hands are underneath the shoulders. And then breathing in as you peel yourself up, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Now we don't want any sort of pinching in the back here, so if it starts to hurt or feel any discomfort, then just ease yourself out of there. And then on the breath out, roll yourself back down, tucking the toes under, bending the knees, and coming back into that downward facing dog. So hands spread wide, up onto the tiptoes, lifting the knees, pushing yourself back into down dog for 3 breaths. And working with this idea of breath and movement. So perhaps as you breathe in, you can push the ground away a little bit more. As you breathe out, perhaps your chest can come towards your thighs a bit more, so you're creating more length in the back. Nice big breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Feet hip distance apart. And then stepping or walking to the front of your mat. You can walk it in if you want, or you can take a step in towards your hands. Taking that halfway lift. Exhaling, fold. Then on the inhale, rise all the way up. Hands reaching up to the sky. And then exhale, hands into the heart center. That's one flow. We'll go third and final sun salutation. On the inhale, reach the arms up. A little bit quicker this time. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Head comes to the knees. Inhale, lift halfway, spine reaches forward. Hands come down, step yourself backwards into that plank position. Dropping onto the knees, or if you're feeling super strong, you could keep your elbows tucked in and lower yourself down as a press up. Then come onto the top of the feet. Little baby back bend here. Come all the way back down. Tucking the toes under, up onto the knees, back into your third and final downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Looking either towards your feet or looking towards your navel. Stretching out the backs of the legs here and the hamstrings. Strengthening through the shoulders. And then we're going to go into the first bit of our standing sequence. So we're going to come into a lunge. So raise this right leg up to the sky. Look beyond the hands. You're going to step it through in between the hands now. So right foot's going to come to the top. And then on this left leg, you're up on the toes. You're going to bring the hands all the way up to a warrior one lunge. So for balance here, feel free to step this left leg out as wide as you need to, because you're going to get more stability the wider you are. Hips are facing forward, and you want to stack this right knee on top of the right ankle. Lunge down a little bit lower, reaching the arms up, keep the stomach drawn in here. You really want to be elevating through the spine. So nice long spine, nice long back, reaching up with the palms, sinking down a little bit lower. And then we're going to move into opening out into a warrior two. So right arm's going to come forward, left arm's going to come back, and we drop down onto that left heel. Little look down here, so we want that knee stacked on top of the right ankle. And alignment-wise, we want that heel to be in line with the arch of the left foot. Let's take a little glance back, see what the hands are doing. We want them at equal distances. And then gazing over the right middle fingertips. Maybe seeing if you can get down a little bit lower. Relaxing through the shoulders. And then we're going to move into our triangle pose. So straighten out the right leg. Maybe stepping in a little bit, just so it's a little bit more comfortable. Reach forward with that right hand, and then drop the right arm down. The left hand's going to come up. So you're just dropping down as far as what feels comfortable here. And the idea is that we're creating length along the side of the body, and then as we breathe out, we're opening and twisting our rib cage to the sky. 3 breaths here. And this is really great for getting into the back of this leg here. Strengthening and lengthening through this hamstring. Okay, nice. And then to come out, let's take a glance down to the right foot, a little bend of the leg. I'm going to come back into that warrior two. So then coming out of your warrior two, you're going to bring both feet to face forward, and we're going to sink down into a goddess squat. So bringing your hands into the heart center. We're going to bring a little bit of movement into this now. So taking an inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you sink down, bend the knees, squat down. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale, bringing yourself down. Last one. Exhale, bringing yourself all the way down. Try and keep those knees out as much as you can. And then we're going to take it into what we started with on the right, which is that lunge. So twisting over to the left-hand side now, coming up off the back feet, stacking that knee on top of the ankle, reaching your arms up, sinking down, strong back leg, reaching up through the fingertips, and then opening out into that warrior two. So right foot drops back down, arms are reaching out. You want to keep your torso right in the middle here. Maybe sinking down a little bit deeper. And then let's go into our Trikonasana. So we straighten out this left leg, stepping the right foot in a little bit, reaching forward with the left hand, and then drop it down to wherever feels comfortable. Reaching the right hand up. Take your 3 breaths here. So we really want to be tucking this hip under. All right, and coming back out of there, back into our warrior two for a brief minute. And then we're going to windmill the hands all the way back down to the ground. We're going to step it back into a plank position and lower down through our press up. So coming onto the knees, keeping the elbows tucked in, lowering the chest down all the way down to the ground. Coming up into our baby cobra. Exhale, bringing yourself back down. And just taking a moment here to push back into a child's pose, which just gives the body and the spine a minute to reset itself. All right, you're doing good. We're going to come into our final posture now. I'm going to use a cushion for some support for the back. So grabbing a cushion, putting it underneath the base of your spine, so right up against where your tailbone is. Bringing yourself down, down, down. In the center of the back, arms can come out wide. Either have your feet flat on the ground or soles of the feet together. Taking it into a more restorative pose. So we've done our hard work, we've done our warriors, we've done our sun salutations. And then coming out of our final posture when you're ready. Nice and slow, no rushing here. All right guys, thanks so much for watching. That has been our yoga sequence at home. I hope you've enjoyed it.